What's going on, Dan K Show fans? Where's Lucas? He's not here because why? Because it's the week we all love as hockey players. It's Thanksgiving week and you get a break, fellas. For 1 week, we get ourselves a little break. We go eat our turkey, but we got to keep the work going. Nose to the grindstone all weekend long except for that turkey day. Make sure you get enough turkey in you then. Dan K, Lucas will be on later. We got a ton coming at you this week. Stay tuned. Happy Thanksgiving, hockey fans, and it's a Thanksgiving 3 things. Dan K's 3 things start now like we start every show. Thing number 1, how about get the brooms out, right? When we're getting the family ready, we're getting the house ready for all the family members that come in for Thanksgiving. You got to get the brooms out. Well, the Hampton Road Whalers did just that at the premier level this weekend, sweeping the Charlotte Rush. It was a split at the elite level, but the Hampton Roads Whalers 5-0, 5-2, their 2 wins over a really difficult Charlotte Rush team. Huge weekend for the Hampton Roads Whalers. We'll talk about it later on the show.
Dan, I just want to jump in real quick to acknowledge the Islanders Hockey Club elite team going 4-0 at their own showcase. You know, we always like to joke on the show that, you know, hosting a showcase kind of puts a target on your back. These teams want to come in and they want to rain on your parade. Well, Islanders Hockey Club Elite did not let them rain on their parade. They went 4-0 this weekend, defending home turf against these other teams. It was a great showcase. We saw lots of competition, especially at that elite level. Very, very competitive division in the USPHL. We also had a bunch of people sending us videos this week, which we always appreciate. And one more thing, folks, if you're watching this now, go under the video, hit subscribe, hit the little bell. The little bell lets you know when we post new videos, so you'll be the first to watch every Dan K Show when it comes out, which means you'll be the first one to be able to tweet to us and tell us what we got wrong.
Number 2, Midwest has a strong showing at the IHC Showcase. This is the first time Dan K's gotten a chance to see face-to-face Midwest action. I took in as much of it as I could. Man, they look good. One of the teams I like, the Rum River Mallards. Some new things going on there. Another team I like, the Minnesota Mullets. Dan Bradley and the Mullets over there. Dan was making fun of me for not saying that they're my favorite jerseys in the league, but I think another Midwest team, the Dells Ducks, with those navy camos that they had during our broadcast. If you didn't see it, go back to Hockey TV. Watch our broadcast from Friday. Dells Ducks navy camo. Whoa, they got it going on. Number three, New Jersey Rockets NCDC team, after finishing last in the NCDC last year, sits at 3rd place overall at Thanksgiving break. That turkey is going to taste delicious for them. And let's get into the tough turkey now. Let's get into the talk. Rockets talk. We're talking Rockets NCDC right off the bat here. I have to start there. Such a great start. They sit behind the Hitmen and Bruins right now. Hitmen 38 points, Bruins 36. You'll hear Lucas talk about the Bruins for sure, maybe a little Hitmen. He's going to be talking NCDC when I throw to him. But first, I want to talk NJ Rockets. 14, 6-2, 30 points on the year for this team, an 11 goal differential for a team with that good of a winning percentage. That means that they are battling. They are playing some close games, and they are finding ways through it. Well, just how are they doing that, Dan? That's the question we all have. That's what you're wondering with me right now. Well, it's guys like Casey Sotnella. Sotnella, 9 goals, 10 assists. This young man is a game changer for this team. He really, really gets the job done. Back and forth on the ice, he'll back check, he gets down on a forecheck, he'll play against the boards, he wins board battles, he does it all. How about Mick Hennigan? 4 goals, 14 assists. And Mick Hennigan is closely rivaled by Robbie Griffin with the Boston Junior Bruins. When I look at Mick Hennigan, I think about Robbie Griffin. Want to know what's the weird thing about those two comparisons? Mick Hennigan's a left defenseman. Robbie Griffin's a centerman. That's the kind of skill Mick Hennigan puts together on the ice. He's also hard-nosed. He's powerful. He plays. You want to talk about centerman, though? Let's get to Tyler Glennon, 6 goals, 11 assists. This young man is lights out there. And then Ryan Sorkin leading the way in points. 20 points for him, 9 goals, 11 assists for him. This team, top to bottom, Luke House, built like a house, 1 goal, 10 assists at the right wing. This team with Paul Breyer as well, 7-7. They don't stop, man. They score from all over the place. They top to bottom on this team. They can outscore anybody. They can out-defense anybody. We've watched them a few times. I've gotten 2 of their broadcasts against the Connecticut Junior Rangers. And both times, that's a Rangers team that loves to get in open ice and make things happen. Jim Henkel does a great job of finding space for his scorers. and there was no space when they played the Jersey Rockets. That's how good they are. Travis Allen and Tucker Tynan, can't go wrong with either one. Tynan 9-4-1, Allen 5-2-1. This team's lights out, but I think Lucas Jones has some other NCDC talk to have with you. Let's take it to him.
Thanks, Dan. Let's move to the NCDC. We've got a really great competition going on right now as we move into December and what will eventually be that holiday break right around the New Year before that winter showcase. We just came off the Islanders Hockey Club showcase where we had an absolutely great showing by the Boston Junior Bruins NCDC team. We got to watch them in person. Really great team, very well balanced, not relying totally on their offense, not relying totally on their defense there. They've got the speed, they've got the size, they've got the skill. Very, very impressed by that Boston Junior Bruins team. So let's go over and talk about some of those players real quick. I mean, these guys are absolutely on fire. We had guys putting up 2 goals, 2 assists, doing it all. I mean, you have Sasha Parasunko, Johnny Malera, Robbie Griffin. Parasunko with 13 goals and 20 assists. We saw him getting involved on the power play and on even strength on that right wing. Also on the right wing is Johnny Malera, 15 goals, 16 assists. We watched him move that puck tape to tape, end to end, with no issue. He's chasing down pucks. He's out hustling opponents. This is a really complete player that the Boston Junior Bruins have on the right wing. And their centerman, Robbie Griffin, 4 goals, 23 assists. That's a centerman that dishes out the puck. He's a guy who knows where to find his opportunities, knows when to pull back. And we watched him move around really, really well without the puck as well. So be on the lookout for Robbie Griffin moving forward. Finally, one of my favorite guys to always watch when I get to watch a Junior Bruins game is Luke Rowe, that defenseman. 6 goals and 14 assists. He loves to get involved in the offense, but I got to be honest, I watched him back skate and back check on a couple of plays that, just shows that real headiness that you love to see from a defenseman. Always knows where he needs to be. And even when he was getting beat on 2-on-1s and 3-on-1s, he was a general. He was directing teammates where to go, telling them, I got this guy, you got that guy. Really very intuitive defenseman, and he was a lot of fun to watch. Now, obviously, the Boston Junior Bruins are 2 points behind the Jersey Hitmen right now. Jersey Hitmen are 19-4-0. Boston Junior Bruins are 17-4-2. 2 overtime losses making up a little bit of that difference there. Right behind them, the New Jersey Rockets with 30 points, and New Hampshire Monarchs 29, and Boston Bandits 28. So you've kind of got this top 5 right now as we move into the Thanksgiving break in the NCDC division. Jersey Hitmen really up in first place right now on the back of their defense. In 23 games, they've given up 41 goals, less than 2 goals scored per game against them, 87 goals for, so their offense is definitely firing. They've got some great goaltending, great defense as well. We've seen in our travels how well the Hitmen instill that organization, that defense. I got to watch them practice last year, and those guys, they practice taking pucks. They practice, winning these individual battles. So these are guys that are definitely play a very ferocious style of defense. And right behind them, the Boston Junior Bruins, 36 points. But let me talk about 2 teams right now that I think are poised to make a really, really quick run as we move forward here in the last month of 2018. New Jersey Rockets, New Hampshire Junior Monarchs. The Boston Bandits, we know are skillful. We know they're skilled. We know that they can do it all. We've seen them do it all. But I think where the Boston Bandits move might depend on how these 2 teams shake out. The New Jersey Rockets 14-6-2 with 30 points right now. That goal differential not as high as it would like to be, but very comparable to the New Hampshire Junior Monarchs. New Hampshire Junior Monarchs, we've seen them kind of rise in this division, right? They started off a little slow. We talked to Coach Furr about it. He's like, well, we're not exactly where we'd like to be right now. But of course, that was a few months ago. That was a few months ago, and so now, of course, here they are, raising up in the standings, going up into 4th place. This is a team that I think is poised to make a run. The reason they're poised to make a run is that 2 of their games in December are against none other than the Boston Junior Bruins. If there was ever a time for the New Hampshire Junior Monarchs NCD squad to cement themselves as a powerhouse in this division, it would be to take 2 or split with the Boston Junior Bruins. That's reaching up in the power rankings, reaching up in the standings, and kind of bringing those guys back down, taking away one of those wins from them. No one in this NCDC division is counting on wins against any team. But if you can go into a game against a higher-ranked opponent and take a game or take the whole series away from them in a division as close as the NCDC, that is absolutely a situation where you're going to get some movement. And I really think that as we continue to move forward through the season and into December, these standings are going to continue to shake up. We saw Islanders Hockey Club get off to a slow start. Now they're in 8th place. South Shore Kings off to a slow start. Now they're at 11 and 12 with 22 points just behind the Boston Bandits. This is really a division that as these players continue to move up from Premier, as they continue to add players from other leagues, as they continue to shift around what they're doing in terms of game plans, rosters, and lines, you're going to see these teams shift in the standings even more. So, right now it's really unpredictable. We don't do power rankings for the NCDC because you kind of have that 1 through 12 standing right there. But as we get later into the season, we'll have to start making some predictions because right now there's just no way to know. And even getting into next year when the Twin City Thunder join the party, that just adds another variable to the equation. Will these teams be able to maintain this superiority where you've got someone like the Hitmen and the Junior Bruins who are 1 and 2 pretty unequivocally? Will you still be fighting in the mid-range? Nobody knows, folks. That's the beauty of the NCDC. With all the movement on the rosters, there's going to be movement in the standings, and you'll have to keep watching to see where these teams shake up. Now back to Dan.
Thanks for the throwback, Lucas. Looking good over there in Studio C, but it's time back here in the main studio to go to the main event. And Islanders Hockey Club Showcase was going on, so this one got a little buried over the weekend. With all the action going on at IHC, we missed this one. Hampton Roads Whalers taking on the Charlotte Rush at the Premier level in only a rematch of, last year's title game. And the Hampton Roads Whalers, who go into this weekend 18-1-0, come out of it 21-0. One loss on the year so far. They have 20 wins, 100 goals for, just 38 against. And I got to show you right now, Lucas is going to put it on the screen. Lucas, you better be ready for it. The Wizard of Osmondson had a shorthanded goal that you will have to see. You have to see to believe. It's absolutely incredible. Take it away.
Jackson Radkowski with a cross check. All right, now, shot score, Hampton Roads.
That goal, I had to watch it 10 times. I tweeted back to the group that sent it over. I did look at it 10 times to really believe it was real. Osmondson does it again. This young man can't quit. He's a Utica commit. Congrats to him on the commits. But he's going to be a big-time asset for Utica next year. But for now, he's a big-time asset for the Whalers, who are trying to win a title. The Rush go to 17-5-0 on a year. This is a Rush team with a 46-plus goal differential. There are no pushovers. There are no problems there. But they can't solve the Hampton Roads Whalers so far. The Whalers are 5-0, 5-2 against them. We go to the stats here. Let me dig into the offense a little bit on this Hampton Roads Whalers Premier team. How about Brandon Osmondson, the Wizard of Osmondson, 16-32. Monkovich, 18-8. But coming out of nowhere, Oliver Frieden, 14-15. 29 points for Frieden. 5 goals and 8 power play assists there. 5 power play goals, 8 power play assists. He's averaging 1.38 points per game. But Brandon Osmondson, with his 2.29 points per game average, might be the best player in junior hockey right now. Statistically speaking, playing speaking, both sides of the ice speaking, this guy might be the thing. Then you go down, Jackson Radkowski and Connor Hunt are 2 dudes that I love. Love watching these guys play. Connor Hunt takes lunch pail to work. And that's going to go into our next segment here because I'm thankful for Connor Hunt. I'm thankful for the player like that. And if I'm a Hampton Road Whaler, I'm thankful to have a guy like Connor Hunt in my team. So that's what we're going to go to next. We're going to go to a little segment called What is the Dan K Show thankful for? Easy for me to say. What is the Dan K Show thankful for? When we come back, it's time to talk a little more turkey on this Thanksgiving episode. Welcome back. It's the final segment before we go to the final segment, I guess you could say. We're not at the empty net yet. We are, in honor of Thanksgiving, going to talk about just what we are thankful for. And, I started with Connor Hunt, guys like him, right? The Connor Hunts of the world who are out there. How about Bobby Murray from the Islanders Hockey Club, NCDC? A guy without a commitment yet, who's after playing every day, misses 8 weeks of hockey before our game for him last week, and we did the free game of the week, the NCDC free game of the week, and Murray goes out there and scores right away. Guys like that, the little guy. I am thankful for the little guy, the forward who has to fight for his meal every day, the Johnny Hockey, Johnny Malera, the Boston Junior Bruins NCDC, the Brandon Osmondsons, the Connor Hunts, the guys that are battling, the guys that have to fight through the wall to put the puck in the back of the net. I'm thankful for the small forwards there at the right wing, left wing, and centerman positions. You know what else I'm thankful for? Thankful for Gary Eastlack. Lucas and I got a chance to go to University of Kentucky and do a midnight hockey game. What a showcase that was. A little Kentucky hockey. It was so fun. Over 1,000 in attendance while a football game was going on in another stadium down the street. Over 1,000 in attendance. Got to do the play-by-play. They made a little clip video for us with our play-by-play calls on them. And we really got a great chance to go out there and meet Clay Pergram and the whole Kentucky team. Tim Pergram, Clay Pergram, and the University of Kentucky hockey. I'm thankful for producer Lena. You guys, I can see on Instagram every day, loving the pics, liking everything, following the Instagram page, and those are all coming from producer Lena. Producer Lena on the camera work and behind the camera right now for us. Without her, I can't imagine where the Dan K Show would be this year. She's been huge, vital. What else am I thankful for? Hockey parents, especially the hockey moms. I said it this weekend and got a huge following from it, a huge reaction. Everybody says hockey runs on the GMs, the players, the coaches, the puck on the ice, the play, all that stuff. Hockey moms run hockey. Without hockey moms, I don't know where we'd all be. I know my hockey mom watches every game I broadcast from home. She loves it. Can't always figure out how to get to the games on TV, but hockey moms, number one. And gentlemen at home watching this, all you players, you better be thankful for them as we go into this big weekend. Hockey parents, hockey families, your billet families, your billet parents, whoever you are closest to, your guardians, your grandparents, you make sure you say that you're thankful for them this weekend because it's a big weekend for that big hockey weekend. Final thing I'm thankful for, it's only been 2.5 months of hockey. We have so much more to go, so many more places to see. Welcome to the Empty Net. Welcome to my favorite segment of the show, and this week it's going to be Lucas's least favorite segment because I got 4 videos I want to show you in the Empty Net. 4, and Lucas is going to go, what, Dan? 4? I can edit in 4 videos? Yes, you do, Lucas. That's what happens when you tape in Studio C for a holiday weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Time for 3 videos here. First, we had Chris Farley send us, and no, not that Chris Farley, but Chris Farley sent us in a video of Noah Farley here with an incredible little goal from this weekend with the Richmond Generals. What a play there. Let's keep it going. Another goal came our way, and I think this might just be my top score of the week. Curtis Judd sent this one in, and the Judd was in. The Judd, the jury, the executioner. This guy drags on, goes back step, and just top shelf, homie, bar down, celly. Nothing you can do, no regard for human life from Curtis Judd. Take it away, Lucas. Next up, we have TJ Dugan goal, and TJ Dugan has been doing it all year with the Decatur Blaze, and we got this one sent to us again by No Filter Dave on Twitter. This kid is on fire, Dave. Lucas, you got to show this thing. As Dave said, guy's got no quit in his game. TJ Dugan really earns this goal.
Face off, won by the Bird. Shot gets off like Dugan might have a breakaway here across the blue line. Oh! Scores anyway! Tripped up on the play. From his belly, knocks it up. Top corner over the glove.
Now, one more goal before we go for the week. This one wasn't sent in to us, but it's one I think you all need to see. This is clip from the Connecticut Nighthawks, Dells Ducks, a 0-0 tie the whole way through a game that was for the ages. Such a good matchup. But eventually, I think Mr. Twardowski, Tucker Twardowski, found a way to tuck this one in the back of the net. Check out this game-winning goal with 36.1 seconds left, breaking a 0-0 tie between the Nighthawks and Dells Ducks with Dan K on the call.
Linesman jumps it. Back to the corner it goes for the 3 seconds left in this one. Stolen on by Kuzminov. Kuzminov taken down to the ice. Slap shot for the point, deflected, Score! Deflected on the way through. Nighthawks, after an entire game of battles, fighting, wondering if they could put it home, get it home, and it looks like Twardowski on the deflection notches.
4 incredible goals. Great work by you on the ice, and great work by Lucas throwing those videos into this episode. An absolutely great week of hockey. Keep watching the Dan K Show. Keep participating. We remind you that we are doing our Holiday Follow Challenge. Producer Lena will eventually get us that wonderful little thing we're going to put up on the Instagram, and I say it out loud so that now she'll do it. Even though she's rolling her eyes behind the screen, she's going to have a nice little graphic that's going to explain to you exactly how to play the hashtag Holiday Follow Challenge. Most follows by a team will get you an appearance from the Dan K Show before this season is over and through. In the new year, you'll see Dan K, Lucas Jones on site at your rink. I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's in Hawaii. I'd love if we had a Hawaii team because I could go to Hawaii. But no, I don't care where it is in the country. We'll be there. We'll be covering you. Behind-the-scenes interview, behind-the-scenes coverage, play-by-play, color commentary, everything you can think of. We'll do the tour day of your town and really, really make a day of it. So make sure to follow us. I don't care what level you're at, where you're from, who you play for. You can win that challenge. Dan K, hashtag Holiday Follow Challenge. Remember, when Dan K's on the mic, it's always hockey night, and I thank you so much. I think of everybody who watches this show as our hockey family. I remember 4 years ago, this show started off as just 2 guys who thought they were going to be called the Zamboni Jabronis, and in the last few years, this thing has started to grow, and this year, we're really taking off here. Things have gotten big. I get a chance to see you guys each and every week. Thank you to all the players, all the coaches, parents, fans, and everybody else for watching us each and every week and making this show just so fun to do. When Dan K's on the mic, it's always hockey night for the second time, and when Bobblehead Dan's here, it means Lucas is probably not. Wait, don't. You always want to hit that button so quick, Producer Lena, but the whole point of this show is that we don't end it right away. Remember, thanks Marty Quarters for the hat. I left it in the car, so I need to go get it for the next show. Wisconsin Rapids River Kings will be in the next one, but let's go Hudson Havoc for now. Good job, Havoc.